You want to start by having the Zoom people identify themselves? We'll start with you, Deb.
Deb Tangway, town clerk, town bookkeeper.
David Barlow, treasurer. Over.
Jerry, would you like to identify yourself?
Muted. So we have Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carrie. Scott Breyer, select board.
So Marquette Select Board,
Ned Connell, town administrator.
start with you, Mo.
Well,
See, he needs hearing aids.
Say your name.
say your name, please.
Mo Jacobs.
Mo Jacobs. Go ahead.
Skip those one, just a resident.
Amanda Jensen, resident.
Pretty bad planning commission.
Is your stand-up planning commission?
Pedro Grande. Whatever. Whole bunch of things.
I'd like to call the organization meeting on Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022 at 6:04 p.m. Any changes or additions to the agenda?
One of those,
Board reorganized, your organization of the board.
That's the oath. Sign it quick.
Where's my son?
Name.
Today's the second.
March 2nd, updated at Coventry. Second. March 22. Also do the same thing here. Third person. So forward.
Right here?
Yep. Coventry. Three. Okay. The bottom part is for you, Deb, right?
She's shaking her head, yes.
That's correct. He just needs to sign, there's two sections, the top and the middle, and then I do the bottom.
You're legal. Changes or additions?
Yeah, any changes, additions?
I'm good, did you guys?
No.
Good enough.
Okay, number 3, board reorganization.
Just need to elect a chairman and a vice chairman.
I'll nominate Scott Breyer as the board chairman.
Those in favor?
Aye.
David, you want to be vice chair?
I don't care what I do.
I make a motion to nominate Phil Marquette for vice chair.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
That's probably up there. We're gonna run over all these.
Yeah, go ahead, and I'll read them and then.
Read them off, okay.
Yep.
Animal Control Officer, Rennie Falconer. Assistant Animal Control Officer, Michelle Falconer. Civil Defense Chairman, Pedro Grandin. Community Center Coordinator, Ned Connell. Fence viewers, the first one is vacant, second one, Israel Sandville. Third one, Stuart Maxwell. Road Commissioner, David Gallo. Select Board Bookkeeper, Deb Tangay. Assessors, New England Municipal Consultants. Assessing Clerk, Kate Fletcher. The Solid Waste Committee, all 4 positions are vacant. Town Administrator, Ned Connell. Town Service Officer, Ned Connell. Town Treasurer, David Barlow. Tree Warden, John Buchanan. Zoning Administrator, David Barlow. Newspaper of Record, Newport Daily Express, Attorney Brian Monahan. Emergency Management Director, Phil Marquette. Emergency Management Coordinator, Ned Connell. 911 Coordinator, Phil Marquette. Meeting dates, first and third Monday of each month. Meeting location, Community Center. Meeting times, 6 p.m. Posting places for agendas, front door of Community Center, Coventry Post Office, Royer Service Station, and at the landfill. Thank you.
Is there anybody on this book already? Was it just Sherry that was on this book?
It was only Sherry who was on and she withdrew.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
All right, I just texted her. Thoughts?
I would like to, I'm not exactly 100% certain how these appointments work, but I would like to have a discussion on 6 of these appointments when we get to personnel in our executive session. So I'd like to possibly table I'm thinking this is the correct way, correct me if I'm wrong. I would like to table the community center coordinator. I would like to table the road commissioner. I would like to table the town administrator. I would like to table the town service officer. And I would like to table the emergency management coordinator position until after.
I'd like to table the attorney, Brian Monahan.
So after we go into number 6 into an executive session, I would like to come back to number 3. But I believe we,
With those.
yeah, with those, and I believe we can do number 4. Correct? We can move on to.
Oh, I
number
see.
4.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yep. Because that was up there.
So which one should we get? Me, Simon.
Not this one. Not that. Just these.
I'm good.
Appointments.
Question.
Sure.
As long as you're, what is the purpose of our zoning administrator?
So we as a town don't have zoning.
Yeah.
However, actually, David Barlow could actually explain it better than me.
I can. The town actually does have flood zoning. There is a regulation or a town regulation in place since 1994 that covers flood zones. And that's what I do. And I'm in the middle of one right now, in fact, an application to build in a flood zone.
So that is the only place we have zoning, is if it's considered a flood zone.
Correct.
I thought that was under the auspices of the state.
That is a state federal thing, right?
Yes,
Well, the state definitely has a big chunk of participation in that, but it starts at the town and with me as the zoning administrator for that. So somebody locally has to facilitate that process, and that's the zoning administrator.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I just wondered why, what the zoning was all about there, and if it was something new that popped up, or. I got another question. What's the executive session all about? What's your, what are you
Personnel.
doing here?
It's about personnel.
That's the point for executive session.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but what are you going to be doing?
If there's something moved on, we'll come out of executive session. That will come out of that point.
If we make any decisions in executive session, we'll come out and express exactly what's the decisions were, but a lot of times there may not be any decisions made at this time. Okay, go ahead, appointments.
Just approve all the ones we didn't.
Andrew, you still want to be the air defense? Need a fence viewer.
What do you say, Phil? Still want to be the what?
That's the civil defense chairman, sorry, not air defense.
I don't want to be against you.
yes, you can appoint everybody that's not been tabled, yes.
I'm just going to make sure we don't want to. Solid waste committee, since Sherry doesn't want to be, she did say she thought, did you hear from Margaret? Because Margaret was on, no.
Did they mention at one meeting last year that they were done after this? The last year?
I think Casella's helped some with the
Yeah,
plan, but
They do quite a bit of it.
I didn't know if they decided to be done with it. Joe, right?
I think we still need to have.
We do.
Yeah, we
You want
I
to be,
think Sherry's comment was because a lot of the people that was on the SWIP committee were starting to sort of go off, and it was just left to like one or two people that I think both her and Margaret were going to be done for this year, because with Casella doing a lot of it as well.
Okay, so Castella's doing like bulk of the work.
yeah. At least they're,
Can I get that to you?
what they said. Yeah, because that can be done, that, we can appoint that anytime.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
I can talk to them and see what the whole thing was, maybe I might have time, but I'm guessing that I end up laughing.
All right, so we'll work on that.
I didn't have any others.
No, me neither.
John was still with the tree warden.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to accept the appointments as noted, with the exceptions of the tables that were noted in the beginning.
So move. All right. All in favor? Aye.
Executive?
Notice and postings, so we gotta go down. That's for meetings, right? That's the front door of the community center, college, post office, water service station, and the landfill.
Correct.
I think that's all good.
The posting for the paper is in the Newport Daily Express.
Primary. Yep.
Yes,
I'll make that motion. keep them as they are.
So move.
Means still.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to number 6. Anticipated executive session. 1 VSA-3133. The appointment or employment or evaluation of a public officer or employee, provided that the public body shall make a final decision to hire or appoint a public officer or employee in an open meeting and shall explain the reasons for final decision during the open meeting personnel.
It works.
Easier for us.
It's easier for us to go
Us
downstairs.
3, after everyone else to stay here, us we can leave.
My, my office door is open, the lights are on
Okay, thanks.
here.
Do I need that? No.
I motioned, you motioned and I seconded.
Oh,
Yes, that's okay.
okay.
No, you don't. Okay. So we're gonna come out of executive session of the personnel, or the personnel executive session. I'm going to make a motion that we give notice to the employee, or give a suspension notice to employee. I don't know if we said the name. It's kind of obvious. To employee per the letter that was signed in the executive session.
So move. All those in favor? Aye.
I think we can know that David Gout left the meeting escorting
Ned.
Ned out.
Oh.
Will
Okay,
he be coming back?
Ned,
No.
David?
David, no,
No.
he was up late too, so he was ready to be done. Stuff up.
Okay, so moving back to
Appointments.
appointments. We had tabled some appointments. We're still gonna leave community center coordinator tabled. The road commissioner is David Gallup.
I'll make the motion to appoint David Gallup as the road commissioner.
So move. All those in favor?
Aye.
Tabling town administrator. We're tabling town service officer. And we're tabling emergency management coordinator. That's it.
Unless there's anything else anybody's got.
So any discussion on why suspension
Should have
notice?
somehow for that. Can go. And call, I can call him quick and nice.
Why don't you find out? Yeah, we'll
Give
find
me a
out
minute.
what. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some counsel.
No, I understand, I mean, it's, some sensitive issues too, but if our town administrator is being put on notice, I think that should be recorded in the meeting minutes as
Yep.
to why.
I mean, he left this for public record. That was his word when he left, so I don't know if this is enough. He let us all know that this was public record. And that's the termination letter that he gave me, so. I just feel like that would be enough
Yeah.
information for the town without,
He gave this to you?
he
Yeah.
did, and as he left, he said that it's public record.
Okay, well, then,
Right?
Yeah, he did, he said he had full legal authority as he walked out. I don't know what that is worth, but
okay. Let's see what Phil comes back with, but
Cat's out of the bag, you might as well let it go for.
there's, I mean, with select board, though, I think they would still want to consult counsel.
but.
transparency would be better than hiding it.
I agree.
Well, it's just what's gonna be detrimental, premature knowledge may be then detrimental. So Ned came up and gave the suspension letter to them. So what did Brian say?
It is employer, employee
Privilege,
privilege,
confidentiality.
confidentiality, and any public request it would be exempt from. So,
So who's the employer here? Is that select board or is it the town of Coventry? Is it the employer is the town of Coventry?
The select board is the, well,
same one, the same.
same,
You're saying, yes, you're town of Coventry, select board's all one.
Yeah.
So you're not, you're voted in by us to be our voice and do what for the good of us. So you're not separate entities.
So if that's the case, I guess, is it a public thing? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's like Bill said, though, it's town of Coventry is the employer and Ned is the employee, so there's a confidentiality thing.
Gotcha.
But Ned come up here and broke the confidentiality thing by handing the letter to all of us saying, I'm making it public record. Go ahead and read it.
I'm not gonna read it at this time, no.
Right.
No, and I'll just mention that to the attorney, just so.
That's fine. I guess as
Yeah.
long as as long as it's addressed because.
Yep, it will
it's out
be
there.
addressed, yep.
Yeah.
As long as you follow the law. But, I mean, he didn't make no bones about the situation. He come up here and told us all flat out what happened. So you guys are 2 steps behind.
Okay, well,
Your first mistake was not, when you let him out of the chicken coop, you should have had him out the door, not back to the fox pen.
I thought he was getting his coat.
He
I think he
did.
did, yeah.
It's quick.
Good thing you didn't have a big audience, because it'd have been a big show for you.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Izzy, what are you cooking supper tonight?
That was a great.